Yo, and welcome to another episode of the Let's Talk Footy podcast. Back to back on, actually, this is our third time on Zoom now. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? Can you
Good. How are you?
chilling? What's going on, Manny? How's everything, bro?
Yeah,
Chilling.
I'm chilling. Countries and the world, West Africa, we're chilling.
Getting into we got a lot of stuff to talk about in footy. It's been a crazy week in footy. First and foremost, news that was circling around for a while, obviously with their peak of a season, I guess this year. We didn't expect this call to be made, but yeah, Jurgen Klopp calling it quits at Liverpool at the end of the season. Damn, crazy news just kind of happened out of the blue. There's been speculations on why he made it, I guess, obviously he made that interview, let everyone know what he was gonna do. What are your guys' opinions on it? I feel like just because Liverpool's been having a great season, I would say, I wouldn't expect something like this to happen. Maybe last year it was more of speculations, but not this year. I don't know why he called it quits. What do you guys think?
Back in 2019, when he said if Liverpool ever do like a documentary, he'll leave.
I heard that speculation, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. He's a man to his word. Puffs like that. He's so petty like that.
That's a good shout. A good shout, but I don't know. I think he truly is tired. Sometimes you can just tell with a manager, like that when they age in front of your eyes, especially, you can tell sometimes it's just go on and take a break, take a rest.
Yeah. But again, Dag, it's like he's not like put it like this. I feel like Sir Alex Ferguson, like I wouldn't say he left United in the best of condition. Like United wasn't like, they weren't this good, put it like that. Like they weren't this good. Again, I feel like he still has the season, but like, I feel like he could have done more with this Liverpool squad. I feel like they were just building at the
I
moment.
think it's
And I feel like this
I
wasn't like
think it
I
has
feel
to
like
be more.
there's something behind the scenes that like
Yeah, behind the scenes in the sense of I don't think they have the funding or they're gonna like really, you get what I'm saying? Because like he still has some holes that he needs fixed in that team. And you would think that going forward, one or two pieces will probably do it for him.
Hmm.
But once you start looking at it like with Jurgen leaving now, what's stopping Saudi from getting or getting Mohamed Salah?
Real
You get what
stuff.
I mean? Like there isn't a lot stopping them. So it's like I think he might have seen the bids that Saudi were dropping during the previous window. I think he's seen that when he tries to go toe to toe with the other big clubs for transfers and stuff, doesn't really go his way.
Mm.
Um, and it's more work. Like it simply is. Like he has to do double, if not triple, what the rest of the managers have to do in this league because he has to work on a budget and he has the same standards as a Pep and the same standards as a team that's expected to win, even though he's not given the same foundation and he's not given the same funding. You get what I mean? So it's like I can understand it where it's like at a certain point that fight just leaves you, and it's just time to call it. It's just you don't want to struggle anymore. Like just take a little break, maybe go on to do some international managing where
Yeah.
funding doesn't really matter, and you get to pick your team from a pool of players. But I think it's more so just man, 8 years. What is it? 8 years now?
He came in 2016, right in 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's a long time, dog. It's a long time. Like I feel like it's just a matter of just I don't want to say retiring because he hasn't said he's retiring. You get what
Right.
I mean? But just taking a break, like just really just wanting to take a break.
How old is I'm gonna see how old Jurgen Klopp
Yeah,
is.
like 8 years, like 2016. He
He's 50,
came
like middle
2016
age.
January. 2016 January. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just
How,
surprised.
how old is he?
He's 56. He's 56.
I mean, so it's not too old, but just to take a break, like 8 years consecutively. especially with a team like Liverpool.
I just think like he's been very successful as a manager there. I think probably one of the most successful Liverpool managers. Like I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
but I don't know, dude. It's like
because it's like he just came out with it. It was just like one day,
we
bam.
can never
Like they didn't.
again, we can never put ourselves we cannot put ourselves in their shoes. So we can only like try and like create reason out of something that sounds
He has
unreasonable.
a family,
But
it's a
like at the
different
end of the
country.
day, say it again.
He has a family and it's a different country too. So
I mean, you can't say that after 8 years.
Yeah,
So like after 8 years,
he
at this point, his
he's
kids are
happy.
already grown. Like you get what I mean? Like yeah, that excuse sailed like a long time ago. I genuinely feel like it's just like just retiring. Like 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 he can't be sick of the city. You get what I mean? Like he can't be homesick or something like that. Like
Kind of story.
from the way that
He's
but from the way that he speaks about Liverpool, like that is his home. Like he understands
respects it a
what he
lot. It was
means to
more
the town.
disrespect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he understands what he means to the town and what he means to the place. And so for him to call it quits, it's a man just saying like I'm retired. Like I'm tired. I'm
I
tired. I
could
need a
see it
break.
from the
Like
interview. You could tell it was just like more of him saying that, like you said, like he's tired. Like
yeah, just
he even mentioned
exhaust.
that
Like it's just yeah.
he even
You
mentioned
get
he would never play. He would never manage a club in like England.
dude,
Like
you
that
have
was
to, bro.
it.
People don't understand how hard it is for managers.
I feel
Like
like
it
Pep
is.
is the equal.
People don't understand how hard it is for managers.
Yeah.
Pep took breaks too. After Barcelona, he took a break.
Hmm.
Remember? He took a year break, then he went back to
Hmm.
Bayern
Then you
Munich.
want to Bayern, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he took a break after Bayern, but
Look at Zidane. Look at Zidane. That's your number one. That's your number one example. Like you get what I mean?
Yeah.
There is. I don't think it's something that even needs an explanation. You get what I mean? Like when a manager says my time has come, they understand that their time has come. No manager is leaving knowing that there's like still food on the plate. You get what I mean? And even if he's saying this just to reinvigorate his team so that they don't choke the way that they did what you call it.
2 years ago.
What was it last year, 2 years ago?
Years
2 years
ago.
ago, right?
Yeah.
So maybe to wait to reinvigorate his team. But I genuinely feel like, dude, when you look at pictures of him from when he first walked in and from when he walked out,
When he came from
bro,
Borussia Dortmund.
bro, that is the biggest age transformation you'll see since Obama took office, bro. I'm telling you, like, bro, aged, man. So it's like you gotta let bro take a little rest, go chill at a lake house or like a beach house somewhere in the south of France or Italy or wherever. Just go chill, man.
What is
Or
the like thing
maybe he
is
wants
like
to stay in Germany, whatever, according to man.
what's the future for Liverpool after this, man? Because it's like he basically said he called it quits. Even though they're in a great position, they're second in the Prem. It's not like they're like fifth or sixth like last year. They're in a great position, could win the league, right? And I personally think even if they win the league, like you said, he's gonna retire. Like he's not lying. I think he's not capping about this one.
Mhm.
yeah. I think Van Dijk, he has like 18 months left on his contract. And
Yeah.
it's like since Klopp is going, is he going to sign? And Van
Yeah,
Dijk's
he was being ominous, wasn't
yeah, he's like, I don't know, like he has to see because the whole staffs are going, everyone is going.
he? Hmm.
So it depends on who comes in. If he doesn't like it, he might dip. Salah will probably dip. He has no.
Yeah, Salah, his values, he still has great market value. I think, like Daggy said, I didn't even think about it like now, but I think he might do the Saudi move as well. The bag is nice. You know what I
So
mean?
they're losing Salah and Van Dijk, probably Van Dijk, but they have a good young squad to be fair. Trent, they're all Liverpool like through and through. Like Nunes, he'll stay.
Yeah, for sure.
Diaz, yeah.
The
So
attacking options they have are sufficient.
yeah.
So it's like they know. I don't want to say they know, but Liverpool have been known to buy players at the right time and get players out at the right time, right? The season they got rid of Mane, he started declining. Firmino, they kind of took a little longer to get rid of him, but that's because they didn't have Nunez or Cody or Gakpo, right?
Hmm.
So they knew that they needed to keep him. But as soon as they get players in the door,
Hmm.
they like they start shipping off like the older players. It's probably a matter of like Salah has like the impact. You get what like the legacy with the club. So it's like he gets to choose when to leave. I don't think Liverpool would ever I don't think Liverpool would ever like accept an offer without him saying, "Okay, it's time for me to leave." You get
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like I think with him, obviously he's always been performing like with the numbers. So they haven't had a reason to move on from him. But they have been getting ready for the past couple seasons with getting talent in behind them so that when he eventually does move, they're not going to be in they're not going to be in a decline basically.
Yeah, they're not
Next
gonna get
man
lost.
up, next man up is next man up basically mentality, right?
Right.
And then as for Van Dijk, that is a detrimental loss. Like I don't think they expected to lose him because he's the type of center back that has never been. I don't want to say has never been like a fully like pace like heavy center back, so he can play until he's older. So
Mhm.
I feel like they expected to re-sign him. I don't think they expected
He's only
for him to have
34,
these kind
right?
of
That's
conversations.
he's not like the
Yeah, he
oldest.
still has a couple years in him,
Yeah,
especially with the
pushing
way
almost
Thiago
like 50
Silva's
and
been playing. Yeah,
yeah,
how old Thiago Silva's been going, like Van Dijk has a couple years left in him. Let's
yeah,
be honest.
for sure.
And I feel like that might be news to them.
That's what I'm
That
saying. Like,
Van
even
Dijk,
we'll start
yeah,
like hearing that in Africa. Like he's
yeah,
still in
yeah, yeah.
Africa, I believe. Yeah, that's like
I feel like that's the those are the things that are a little worrisome. But in the sense of like what they're gonna do once Jurgen leaves, top of the list is obviously gonna be Xavi Alonso. I don't think it's a surprise or I don't think it's a secret
Yeah, he
that
played for
that
Liverpool.
he's gonna I don't think it's a secret that he's gonna be top of the list. Will they get him? Is a different question. Will he want to leave Leverkusen right now? Is a different question. I think it fully depends on
they're number one in the
the
Bundesliga.
conversation, right? But it fully depends on the conversations that Leverkusen has with Xabi Alonso about the upcoming summer. If they're gonna
Yeah,
sit there and tell him,
I
if
have
they're gonna
trust.
sit there and tell him, yeah, we are Bayern Leverkusen, we are not Bayern Munich. All the players that just won the league, they're gonna be gone. Like you get
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that's just how that league works, unfortunately. So if that's the conversations that they're gonna have with him, understand he's going to leave. He's not
100%.
gonna want to stay, right?
Yeah.
He's not gonna want to rebuild another team from the ground up, right? So if players like Frimpong, Julian Wirtz, Victor Boniface, right? If if those players are getting shipped out and moving on to their next teams and next scenarios, then I believe Xabi Alonso will as well. So I fully think it's going to be in Leverkusen's hands as to how they handle that, where Xabi Alonso ends up next season. And now that Jurgen is leaving, Chelsea's out the water. I don't think he goes anywhere other than Liverpool. I don't
Yeah.
think he's ready for a Real Madrid job. And I think a Liverpool job after Jurgen Klopp in the scenario that they're in the
There's a
sense of like they already have a pretty decent foundation. It's just one or two pieces that he needs to fill in. I feel like that's a really good that's a good next movement for
He's
him.
also a young manager, which will, he could also
Yeah, yeah.
to the team
Yeah.
as well.
And I feel like it would be a situation where he wouldn't be asked to win immediately. I feel like once they lose Jurgen, they would understand that maybe a season or two, especially if they win this season, they would be okay with like taking a step back to regroup. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
So I feel like I mean, dude, he could be walking into like a perfect scenario, or he could be walking into like a really bad scenario, depending on how the fallout comes out, like why Jurgen is leaving. Like if it does come out that like, oh yeah, they're not gonna fund any sort of like transfers for the summer or something like that, then maybe that won't look as good of a project. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's just something in the water about former players going back to the teams that they played for to coach, and so I feel like that's probably what we're gonna see.
100%.
Xavi's even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Xavi,
I don't know where he's gonna go, and the funny part, watch him come to Chelsea. Watch him come to Chelsea, man.
I wouldn't
Watch
be
that shit
surprised.
happen, bro. Watch that shit happen.
We're gonna have another summer of unpredictability.
Bro, I'm telling dude,
Welcome being
dude, like
a Chelsea fan in
dude,
2024, bro.
oh man, like this is the
Go,
thing.
go.
Like I'm actually a little bit of a fan of like his play style and like his mentality. I just I just know he does not have the funding over at Barca to do what he really wants to do.
Of course
So
not. Of course
I
not.
feel like that's probably holding him back. But at the same time, that brother is one bold. He is bold, man. Like he's gonna live and die by his tactics. Like it's like Ten Hag. It's like Ten Hag. Like he's gonna live and die by his tactics.
Yeah, regardless of what league he's in, honestly, right?
Yeah, no, I mean regardless of the score, like, but
Great. Going into Chelsea talks, I actually want to. I think last pod we were playing Middlesbrough the next day. Um, Daggy actually was just spot on how that game went. Yeah, Middlesbrough did not, stay back, and Chelsea just, they took all advantage of that, and we killed them 6-1. So with that being said, obviously Carbo Cup, we've advanced on that end. So I guess the Podge getting sacked situation kind of dialed down.
It
Uh,
died.
it died down.
It
Um,
died.
I think I think it kind of the way I look at it now, I think we're gonna pursue him for the rest of the season. I think
Yeah.
because this is like the time I believe when we sacked Poch. And we sacked Poch actually in like end of February going to March, right?
Potter, you mean?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, my fault. Potter. We've sacked him end of February going into March, right?
Something like that. When we were kicked out of the UCL.
Yeah,
I think
so
it was the end of
yeah, that's what
February.
the knockout stages are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So February time.
Nah, it was end of March. Because I remember how Havertz when he scored against Dortmund, I was at the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was March. End of
That's
March.
end of March. End of March. Yeah.
Because the second leg of round of 16s in
That
March.
makes sense. I think it might have been after the FA Cup, after we got kicked out of the FA Cup that he got sacked.
Yeah, it was like end of
The day
March.
after, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because the
I
second
know I
leg
know
of,
I know it's like yeah, I know it's like February, March time though. It was around that time of the year.
it was probably even April.
Nah, I don't think it was that late.
No, no, no,
He
no.
played the
I don't think
first
it was that late.
game. Did
We
he?
had, I
Did
remember we
he
had
play?
Lampard for like a good 2 months. Like I could like remember that a month and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
Lampard was,
Maybe end of March. Maybe end of March. He played. I know that you guys won against Dortmund in round of 16.
yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying. Then when we got to the second round, yeah, that
that was like April then.
hmm
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel
Was
like
that was that even round of 16?
no, 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 my fault.
Yeah,
Second round,
against Dortmund.
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals was in April then.
Was it? Who was it? Yeah, March something, March, April.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that late. I mean, either way,
The
what were we
conversation,
talking about?
the conversations with Poch, I feel like I've kind of died down now. What do you think, Dag? You think they're gonna pursue them for the rest of the season? You think they're gonna pursue Poch for the rest of the season, or?
I mean, yeah, yeah. He's gonna. Yeah, I mean, he'll have at least until the fucking the cup final, like the Carabao Cup final. So they'll probably. I mean, dude, he'll have until the rest of the season. He'll have until the rest of the season. Like my hopes died. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like there wasn't much. Like this is gonna make me sound like a hater because
Uh,
he's gonna end up getting results, and I'm gonna have to be the guy to see through results. I'm gonna have to be the guy to look at the bad while it's good. You get what I'm saying?
that's
Because
true.
like
The
it's
luck
not it's
that
not
is
like I have
well.
it's not like I have personal beef with the brother or anything like that. It's
Mhm.
just when you watch the game, and I hate these pundits first and foremost talking about all the chances that we're creating. If you're genuinely watching the game, there isn't a single thing that we're creating because of Poch's tactics. So it just pisses me off that this dude is coming out winning. Like he shouldn't be winning. Like his tactics are terrible. You get he does not set our team up to win, and he still ends up like you get what I mean. So it's like it's in scenarios like that where I feel like I have to be the bad guy. I feel like I have to bring everybody's mood down because it
But
looks
I
like,
feel like
oh
that's
yeah,
like,
we just won.
but I feel like that's not only your role, but I feel like that's like upper management's role. You know what I mean? The owners and stuff like that. Like regardless of the results we bring in, yo, if we don't get into Europe, well, obviously if we win that cup, we get into Europe. But like if we lost, let's say hypothetically, like hopefully we do win that cup, but if we lose that cup and we end up like ninth, 10th in the Prem, there should still be like a call where he gets sacked. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be like, we're okay, we're maintaining because last year we finished 11th. Like no, like regardless of like how we finish this year, I feel like the crazy thing is if we win that cup, he's gonna stay as manager next year. I actually guarantee it.
I don't think so. I
I
don't think so.
guarantee it. You know why,
I
Dad?
don't.
Because
I don't think so
that's a
because
that's
I think it's gonna. I think that
and the way that they look at it is gonna be
this
a start.
the thing about the thing about like football is the weight that fans actually have on the manager, right?
Right.
By the end of the season, the manager or the fans will come to a decision because you have to understand every single fan, the second a manager is hired, they always say, "Oh, I'm gonna give him to the end of the season at least." You get what I mean? So even though they've been watching bullshit, right? They're only going to point out the good things until towards the end of the season. You get what I mean?
Right.
Now, once the end of the season comes and they start seeing the bad shit, they're like, you've been doing this all year. Then they finally start calling it out. So it's only a matter of time when the deadline that everyone sets in their own head as fans for like how long I have with this manager before that deadline really hits. You get what I mean? And with the contract that he signed, one plus one, right? Everyone, especially from a fan standpoint, is going to be judging him off of that first year because that's the contract he signed. You get what I mean? So you knew coming into this that you had 1 year to get it right. That's the contract you signed.
It's so messed up
Right?
to have this mentality, but
You didn't sign a contract for 3 years. Coming in saying the first year we're gonna do this, the second year we're gonna do this, and the third year we're gonna do this. That's what Potter said. Right? That's not what we signed Poch for. 1 year. This is a team that's good enough to compete for trophies. This is what Poch said, straight from his mouth in the beginning of the year. We are in every single competition, and we plan on winning every single competition. This is before we started dwindling down to 11th.
this is when we beat Fulham in DC when
Like you get what I mean? So this is from his own mouth, the words that he said. And so people are looking at me saying, how do you not have confidence in your manager? Because he told me we were going to win shit. And then when we decided when we started not performing, right? Underperforming, losing games we should have won, he's going to go out there and say, "Oh, they gave everything they had. We were unlucky today. We should have won." It sure as hell wasn't because of your tactics. It sure as hell wasn't because of your lineups. So I'm just trying to sit there and understand what is this dude yapping about? Like, what is he talking about? Like, he hasn't set us up. On one hand, I can count the amount of games that we've been set up properly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's every single game that Caldwell has not played his left back. And it's every single game that Chilwell has not played his left wing. You get what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you see within every single game that are consistent, right? These aren't outliers. They're not outliers anymore. They stopped being outliers 2 months ago when it became consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those certain things, when you don't see them leave the game plan, when you don't see them leave, it makes me feel like this dude doesn't know what he's doing. You get what I mean? When we see evidence of something not working and you just keep going at it and it keeps hurting you and you don't change it, I'm supposed to sit there and support you? Nah, he'll get it next time. He got it next time. How many times am I supposed to say that before I start being critical? And for me, the critique, you just watch that Aston Villa game. There goes your critique. There goes your fucking critique. This dude is basically waiting for the opponents to pass it to us. That's it. That is the only form of tactics he has.
Then
Just
Palmer
go press.
scores, and then he's like, "We had a good game."
I had to watch this game in the airport, dog. Sitting there watching, like in front of people, trying not to lose my fucking mind. While Cole Palmer misses 2 fucking freebies, bro. And now we have to go to Aston Villa's ground.
That's like we did that Stamford Bridge. Like,
oh my goodness!
Imagine.
Hey man, this is all glory to Pochball, because it will be like I said, man. The day that man gets fired, we will have a party.
No, I guess like I don't know, like Chelsea right now, we're not like the worst position in the Prem, like saying like there's definitely growth. We have like 4 months before the Prem season finishes. We do play Liverpool on Wednesday. So I don't know what my hopes are of that game. We're playing at Anfield, so I think we're probably gonna, like I say publicly, but it won't be the best situation for us.
It won't be the best situation.
It won't be
my brother. This is the first Big Six meeting after Jurgen said that he's left.
It's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a draw.
Have mercy upon us.
No, you
Have
know what's
mercy
crazy?
upon us.
Liverpool. How many? I think Liverpool for
Have
the last.
mercy upon us, dude.
Liverpool's
Have,
downfall. It starts now.
have
It starts
mercy
now.
upon us,
They're
bro.
actually my
Oh
fault.
my
I said
goodness.
second in the Prem. They're first in the Prem by 5 points. Oh damn.
Bro,
Yeah.
have mercy upon us. We are
Liverpool's
about to.
downfall starts now. Watch. They're gonna lose. They're gonna draw to Chelsea. Go to Emirates. Get fucked.
We're going to get cooked. We are going to get
I
cooked.
think man, you're
Barbecue
playing
chicken.
at
Look,
Anfield.
I love my team, bro. I'm saying this right now, but when I turn that game on, best believe I'm gonna think that we gonna win. I love my team. I'll say that right now. But I'm also a realist.
We're plus.
Until that
You know
game
how you know
starts, I got no belief.
Vegas even knows we're losing. We're plus 400 to win. We're plus 400 to win.
That's a
Nah,
joke.
it's mad. It's mad. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like for Poch, like the best he could do, honestly, get us like top five in the Prem. It's possible. It's gonna be very hard, but it's very possible. Like I'm looking at the table right now. So fifth place is Tottenham with 40 points. We have 31 points. Um, again, there's it's West Ham, Brighton, and United stopping us from getting that fifth place. So again, I feel like we could do it. I feel like for our next couple of Prem games after Liverpool, they're not the hardest. So again, we'll see what Poch does. We're potential for a cup. We have a lot of things like our potential is pretty like is at a decent place right now. We're not like the worst, like we're not 12th, 13th, 14th in the Prem. So we're looking forward for something, but yeah, again, for the current moment, it's not looking good for Chelsea. It's not looking good for Chelsea. Have you guys, by the way, have you guys been watching AFCON or
Either
what's it? Daggy?
Not really.
You haven't watched any AFCON? Come on.
Not any. I've watched some.
Did you watch I
Not
said
today.
anyways, Daggy, you were saying?
Yeah. Well, not thank God they're out. Sad for the players and all that. But
Jackson's back.
good for us. Yeah. Yeah. Good for us. We need him.
Yeah, we need a
For all the trolling, for all the yapping that we do, I'm not gonna lie to you. He does. I don't even want to say it, create better chances because we don't even create better chances when he's in there. But like, just it seems like more chances pop up when he's in when he's in there. So it's a good thing that he's back. I'm glad.
Yo, do you want to know a funny shit? You know the other team the Chelsea owner own, Strasbourg? He's the starting striker for Senegal, and Chelsea's starting striker is backup.
Hmm.
Is the backup. So Chelsea's B team striker
uh,
starts ahead of Chelsea's.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're keeping him fresh for us. We appreciate
nah,
you. Thank you,
100%.
Senegal.
100%. And there was
Hopefully he doesn't come back and get injured because he hasn't been playing for like a month. That's what I don't want to happen.
and shout out to Nigeria being the first country to advance. You guys were the first? No, it was
Yeah, we're the first.
Angola was the first country to advance to the quarterfinals. Yeah, Angola and Nigeria are gonna play each other in the African Cup of Nations.
Then
Honestly,
y'all
like
filled your predictions already, huh? We all said Senegal.
I did say Senegal. We did say Senegal. You said Senegal, right?
Said Nigeria.
I mean, you saw my guess. My guess was just took me about 10 minutes to get my shit. It was a blind. Oh, you know how they do the darts. There you go.
Honestly, like, look, if we're looking at the knockout stage now, so Morocco plays South Africa tomorrow. That's a game to watch. And then on the other end of the table, we have Mali and Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. And yeah, honestly, looks like most of the powerhouses in Africa are pretty much gone. Cameroon's gone, Senegal's gone, Egypt's gone. So that Mo Salah coming back, not happening. So yeah, honestly, looks like I don't know. Looking from like now watching it a lot. I would definitely say Nigeria.
Yeah, we have the
Nigeria
best defense.
favorites
We
or
have the best
Morocco.
defense to AFCON. Five at the back. Perfect. Two DMs. And just leave Osimhen to run him up
That
front.
was literally how they played today. It was so good. You should have watched
That's
that.
how we played literally the whole AFCON. No need to play football. Five at the back, two DMs, Osimhen to run up top. Goals, one goal. That's it. That's all you need.
No, 100%.
We've only conceded one goal in
Prime Jose tactics. I like it. I like it.
That's why Jose needs to go international. This is his international tactic does work in the international space. I swear to God. No, no.
I
Did
mean, that's how, no, not really, but that's how kind of Morocco went far in the World Cup. They just they sit back, cross it to unnecessary
Oh
score.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
That's how you
yeah.
win the tournament. That's why in the AFCON they're kind of struggling because they're the
Shit,
big,
Croatia's the same too.
yeah, because they're the big,
Croatia's gone to how many finals playing like that?
because now in AFCON that's why Morocco is struggling because they're the bigger team. They have to come out, and that's why they struggle against Zambia, Tanzania.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it might be a hard game for them against South Africa because they have to come out. And the thing about Nigeria, we don't care. We'll take 0-0. We can go to pens. Osimhen's gonna press have
yeah,
like
they're very persistent against Cameroon, and yeah, yeah. Onana, he's going back to United. He I think he's officially proven that he's not the world-class keeper that United brought. No, that guy, I I I I definitely think he's overrated as a keeper. I'm gonna
I
be,
mean, but the way the manager wants to play, he wants a keeper like Onana.
you say United or Cameroon?
It's no, you have to understand. Onana. You have to give Onana the Ederson treatment.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to give
Like
him.
like when you're giving when you're taking that many shots, pause.
Mhm.
It's just like, and you're not that good of a shot stopper. Like what's gonna happen is you're gonna concede goals.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, some of the
So
goals
you
he's
blame
conceding.
Onana over the
No,
defense for
no,
what's
no, no,
going
no,
on
no,
over
no,
there?
no, 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 no. You got to let me finish my sentence. I just said,
Okay.
mind you, right? Mind you, some of the goals that he's conceding are inexcusable. They're 100% his fault.
Right.
But a goalkeeper like Onana isn't supposed to be facing that many shots. He's just not.
Yeah, he's like an Ederson type of keeper. So
Like
and
ideally, yeah, you want the ball at his feet more than you want it in his hands. Like
yeah,
ideally.
that's what the manager wants. So he's played with him in Ajax before, so I guess he knows what he'll always plays him every game. So
Yeah, I mean he knows exactly. Like the manager will the manager's belief and like in what he wants his goalkeeper to do will always have Onana starting
yeah.
Mhm.
because he's always going to be the quarterback, man. He's always going to be like
Because
starting the
if you think
attacks.
about it, the guy last season, the game against Monaco where he came out his goal and he missed it against Sevilla. Yeah, so you need a ball. Even if De Gea he had the most clean sheets in the Prem last
Hmm.
season,
Right, right,
but
right.
still, like,
I was surprised when I heard
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah, but he's
I
still
don't think
without
it
a
was
club.
yeah.
Crazy.
You just call it
No,
quits.
he didn't call it. No one wants him. It's crazy.
The hair, right?
Spain doesn't want even
Yeah,
his
no one wants him.
national team don't want him.
Is he being
Yeah,
blackballed or is he just like,
I mean, it has to because he's still expecting like premier wages.
yeah,
oh, you think
probably.
that's the problem? People aren't paying him the right. Because when I think about it, yeah, when you think about it, I
I
haven't heard the
mean,
hair
yeah, I
this
mean, you're
bad.
coming off of a golden glove. Is it called a golden glove?
Yeah, Golden Glove.
It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Golden Glove in
You're
England,
coming
yeah.
off of a golden glove, then yeah, you're most definitely. I'm sorry. Ba- Baseball just went into my head for no reason. I was like, no way is it called golden glove. But anyway, yeah, when you just win a golden glove in the Prem, I don't think you're gonna want to take a pay cut like
Yeah,
right after that, especially
I
at
feel
his
he should
age.
have gone
Like
to like
that's
Saudi.
well, mind you, he's gonna have to take a pay cut because he was making like 400 bags. But like you don't want to take that big of a pay cut.
Yeah, I think he should have gone to Saudi or
He probably
Qatar.
can,
Or,
he probably still
Absolutely,
has a chance to.
absolutely,
He still probably has a chance to.
absolutely.
yeah,
I mean, that's probably like maybe I can get another role before I make this retirement ass decision.
And
yeah.
honestly, if you guys haven't, did you guys peep? Inter Milan played Al Hilal today. Hello?
Oh yeah, Inter Miami got fucked at first because most of their players are in AFCON or like Saudi league. They're like
Yeah.
Arab players in Saudi league,
Hmm.
like they're defenders in like AFCON. So they
Hmm.
basically played Inter Miami with their second team, and they fucked Inter Miami. And I think they were like fucking around, and then they still won.
Suarez had kind of had a game. Literally, what was it called? What was it called? I think if Inter Miami win one more game, they'll play Al Nassr. If I'm not mistaken, that match is a potential match, correct?
Yeah, they're playing Al Nassr, it's confirmed.
They're
But I don't know
confirmed,
if
right?
Ronaldo's gonna play.
I don't know if it's gonna play.
Yeah,
I
but
know
I'm not
that
sure if Ronaldo's playing.
I never got
The rumors that
I never actually got to this, but If you guys didn't hear, I believe it was Al Nassr, and they won the Club World Cup. I think Club World Cup. They were gonna consider putting them in the Champions League.
Nah, they can't. It's not
No,
possible.
no, it was a genuine consideration.
Nah, it was rumors. It was not a consideration.
It was a
UEFA,
consideration.
UEFA is like, no, it's not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You
They
get
wouldn't let him.
Champions League is Europe.
No way.
It's
No
not.
way, dude.
Like
No
it's
way.
possible. Like Saudi isn't too far away from Europe. Like that's not the farthest
I
place.
get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what
Like,
you
it's not
mean.
like an
Like,
MLS team
and
going to
in the
Europe.
essence,
It's like
like they like Turkey already plays. Like, I get what you mean. Like, Turkey's considered. Well, I mean, Turkey is in Europe, but like
Yeah,
they're so close to Saudi that like you could make that work. But I don't know. It's
you
just
don't think it
like
would
they
bring
have their
entertainment
own.
to
They have
football?
their own, bruh. Don't they have their own? They have their
yeah, they
own
have their
Nobody
own.
Asian
watches it.
Champions League,
Nobody's
right?
watching it. We're not watching that.
It's not about no one's watching it. It's about that league.
Yeah, it's
Like
about
that league gets hurt.
yeah.
I don't think
Everything they
because
talk about, bro,
listen,
everything that they're talking about football is for everyone and shit like that. The reason why they want the Club World Cup to have more teams and stuff like that is so that the rest of the leagues can prosper as well.
no.
Don't
100%. I 100% agree. I'm saying is for an entertainment standpoint, it's like if you bring like let's say this is what
they
the
don't get that's what this exhibition match right here is for entertainment standpoint.
of
Yeah.
course for
This little
entertainment,
this
but
this
like
little cup, this little foo cup that they're doing
yeah.
is for entertainment
But
standpoint.
listen,
But
Daddy, if
for actual Champions League, dog, you're
No, it's
trying
not.
to. It's about like I, I hate saying prestige and pedigree, right? But you have to understand that there's some things that just need to be left the fuck alone. Like, there's just some things that just need to be left
me
alone.
personally,
They already have
I'd
the
rather see
perfect
three
format.
potential. I'd rather see three potential Saudi leagues go to what Saudi clubs go to Europe over like a Ukraine or a Russian team go to Europe.
No,
Just
not
go,
really.
just go
Uh,
last and just like take an exit because they never go past the group stage. You know what I mean?
not really. Not really. You'd want like a Club World Cup. That's better than actual Champions League.
Do you think so? Like because these like okay, put it like this. Have you seen Al Hilal versus like let's say like Man United or like Inter Milan? It's like a match. Wouldn't you say like that's a match you would watch over, let's say, Dynamo on in Ukraine playing against like United or something like that. I feel
Yeah,
like that
but
match is like obvious, right?
it's
United.
gonna be a good one, but not in Champions League. For like the credibility of Champions League, it can't be in Champions League.
I have never wanted. I've never wanted something to happen so that this dude right here could see how wrong he is. Like we're talking about this is a retirement league. Do
No,
not get it
I don't
twisted.
think it's not
okay,
put it like this.
Do not get it twisted. Do
okay,
not get it twisted.
okay. Sam said it's
Do
like
not get
say
it twisted.
Madrid. Madrid
Mhm.
now, like everyone in La Liga is dog shit. Madrid
Yeah.
are like, okay, you guys are dog shit. I'm going to Prem. I want like a more competitive.
That's
Yeah,
different. That's a league.
it's
That's a
like
league.
the same thing. It's like the
Champions,
same. Like Champions
Champions League
League.
is a tournament. That's a tournament compared to a league. It's a tournament and a league. It's two different things, in my opinion, right? Am I wrong or right?
It's like the
I
same thing.
disagree. It's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing.
You
Why
consider the
wouldn't they
Champions
do
League
the
the
same
same thing
thing?
as the Premier League or
Yeah,
La
because
Liga?
if Al
Why
Hilal
wouldn't
are
they do
gonna
the same?
leave,
He's saying, why wouldn't they do the same thing?
yeah, because if you take the three best teams from that league, that competition's done. It's useless. No
I
one's
mean,
gonna.
pretty much the Super League, but without it being a different competition. Like,
I see what you guys
what?
are saying, though. I see what you guys are saying because
Yeah,
like
if you
Europe
it
is
was
like
the Super
UEFA
League,
is only for
yeah,
Europe. UEFA is only for
Yeah,
Europe.
like
That's prestige.
you
if it
gotta
was
just leave
if
it
they
as
made
it is.
another new league, yeah, I'll take that. If they made a new league like Super League, yeah, that's okay.
Throw them in there if you want to. Build that prestige, build that pedigree. But when
Like
you're talking about the format that has already been in the sense of like going,
For ages.
it's insane. Like it's actually insane now that I think about it. Like the process that you have to go through, right?
right.
Why would they even want to be in the Champions League? Do
I
you
think
know what does the winner of Champions League get?
You get to
a
play.
back a spot back, obviously, but like
No, but really, you get a spot into the Club World Cup.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Which guess who gets a spot there anyway? The winner of the fucking Asian Champions League.
Yeah.
So you basically want them to take the harder route to get.
But listen, the reason I mentioned it, and it was a legit rumor. The reason I
Real
mentioned
Madrid
uh
needs wins the whatchamacallit, wins the Champions League.
mhm.
Al Hilal wins the Asian Cup.
They playing Club World Cup.
Is that not what you want?
But are you watching the Club World Cup? Are you watching the Club World Cup as
Is
intensely?
that not the
No, I'm saying from a standpoint from the Saudi sense, Saudi's trying to grow their league. They're trying to actually become
so you
legit.
want the best team to go up against retired niggas, and you want that to be in a
Benzema's a
highly
retired nigga
competitive
now. Since
and a highly
Benzema,
bro, you know he is literally like not with the club, right? Like he doesn't even train with them.
yeah, I know that.
Like you understand that, right?
I understand that, but we're talking
You under,
Benzema Gold too,
but why
bro.
is that? What? Why in such a serious and competitive league would their star striker not be training with them?
I
Why
understand
in
that.
a
No,
serious
I
competitive?
completely.
Why in a serious and competitive league would Jordan Henderson leave within 6 fucking months?
I
To
understand that. I
Ajax,
understand that. I think for
Ajax,
them,
who don't even have a
listen, listen,
chance to
listen,
win
listen.
anything this year.
I understand that, but you have to understand something. I feel like for them, for the Saudi league, like I'm talking from the Saudi
For
league
them to grow,
perspective,
they need to bring
I
in
think
more
they want to
players.
be taken seriously. That's the thing. Because Dad, you know what it's
Then
gonna end up being?
go
Another
win the
MLS.
Club
It's
World
gonna be
Yeah,
Cup.
another
they
MLS.
need
Then
to
go
That's
bring
win
what's
the
more
gonna
Club
happen.
World
players.
Cup. Then
Huh?
go win the Club World Cup. Then go win the Club World Cup.
But for them to grow, they need more players. You don't need to
The
take the best
competition
team
is
out.
already there. The competition that you're asking for is already there.
Now you just need more players than taking the best three teams out. That's gonna make it. That's
Like
just
like you
the whole
the
league.
competition that you're asking for is already there.
Yeah.
You're just asking for more. Like it's like, but why? Like
I'm
you want them to take a harder route to get to the Club World Cup, bro. It's the same shit.
my no. The only reason I speak is from the Saudi league's perspective. Obviously, from a fan perspective, I
Now,
would
from
like to
Saudi
see
league
it.
perspective,
Obviously,
From a
not in the most
Saudi
ideal
league
situation.
perspective,
This
it
is why
doesn't help them.
it doesn't help them because if you take the three best teams from Saudi and bring them to, it doesn't help their revenue. It drops.
how does it drop the revenue? That doesn't drop the
Because
revenue.
everyone's gonna, you realize everyone watches like Ronaldo matches, Messi's like Al Hilal matches because Neymar's there, Al
Right,
Nassr matches because and like the top three teams. No one
right.
watches the remaining. So if you take three of them out, that's their whole revenue going.
No, but Champions League is like once every like 2, 3 weeks. It's not a daily like it's
He's
not an
talking.
actual.
He's talking about like the actual league would no longer be watched.
Yeah, the league
He's
will
saying
like
you're
it's already
killing the
lost.
league.
It's
The
already
same
been
way if you take them, same way if you take them out of the Asian Champions League, they would be like you would be killing that
you'll
Champions
be
League.
killing the whole league. You will be
Like
you
it's
But
detrimental.
you're but
doesn't
the
help
way I'm
them.
looking at it is you're saying that, but like if I said, oh, Chelsea or like Liverpool being in the Champions League is gonna hurt the Premier League, it doesn't because they go back to the Premier League on Saturday and Sunday anyways. So do they. They still go back to
But
the
the eyes, the same way you're
Like
talking about,
look,
the same way you're talking about the exhibition, right?
yeah,
right.
If it's consistent that you know that weekly you're going to see them in the Champions League, right?
you can watch them in
Do you
Asia.
really think you're going to watch them playing against the worst Asian teams, or do you think you're only going to watch them? Because all right, hold on, let me break this fool's mind, right? When was the last time you watched a Bayern Munich game?
Only Champions League.
When
In
was the
Champions
last
League, I
time?
watch them all the time when they're in Champions League
All the
games.
fucking time, don't you?
In
In Bundesliga, when was the last time?
Not yeah, I haven't watched. I probably watched last month. Last month.
That's
Yeah.
precisely what everyone would do with the Saudi league.
Yeah,
They
that's the
just
same.
wouldn't watch the shit. They would only
So you're
watch them in
saying so you're
Champions
saying
League.
if Bayern was in the Champions League and they were only in Bundesliga, like you would like people would be more persistent to watch them in Bundesliga? Would you say that like eventually?
Because if you need to watch them, you only watch them. You watch them in
But
Bundesliga.
it's like, but my thing is like you don't lose a Bundesliga audience. I feel like a guy from Germany, like a Bundesliga avid watcher, is still
We're
watching.
talking about precisely.
Right, I'm talking about the avid.
That goes no, that helps our argument, my guy. That
Yeah,
helps our argument
it
because
kills.
then only Saudi eyes are going to be in Saudi, and that's not what they want. They want the world's eyes on them. You're taking the world's eyes to the Champions League.
But the solution
We
is getting more players. They don't need to take their teams out.
But look, I already got Daggy to say that he considers Saudi a retirement league. He says it. He said it himself. That's what the
Yes,
MLS is considered, and that's why they'll never grow. The MLS will stay what it is. It might grow a little bit,
the
but it's
MLS isn't considered a retirement league anymore because
at
you know
one point it
why?
was. At
They
one
don't.
point it was.
I know, but now they don't even have that many players anymore. They, like, go look it up. They don't have a lot of players anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot
Even
of those
Americans
players
are
are
leaving.
not in the MLS anymore.
That's what
Now
I'm saying.
MLS is building their own players. They have, bro. You know MLS now has like 3 different leagues, right?
Yeah,
Like they don't have promotion and demotion and promotion and whatchamacallit, relegation
relegation.
anymore. But they have three different leagues. Each team has their own different has each team doesn't have like well they have their own academies, but they also have like they have a whole bunch of teams, bro. That's
Right,
that's all I'm trying to say. Like they
right,
have multiple academies that they
right,
can pull from. They have the MLS draft, all that stuff. Like the MLS is totally different now. Totally
right.
different.
But
It
I
is
feel like
not a
their base
retirement league.
model, like the MLS is like their growth isn't going to be as high as like a European league ever. Like it won't ever be in that same bubble, right? I think Saudi in their head, they want to compete with Europe. I think that's what the thing is. I think me personally, and I feel like we can all agree to that. They definitely want to fight with Europe, like on a scale of like we
And
can
the
do
only
better
way they
than
can
you
fight
guys.
with
We can
Europe
do
is
what
not
Europe
by
can do.
bringing their best teams to come play in Europe. The only
It's
way,
not by doing
yeah,
that. It's not by doing
it's
that.
by taking players from Europe instead of like instead of taking their best teams to play in Europe. They're just gonna help Europe more.
Look, at the end of the day, the
It's like I'm
format is
It's
fighting
not
Europe.
already
really
there.
Europe doesn't need help. Europe is number one in
Yeah,
football.
yeah, yeah. But
That's
you're saying it's
100%
like me
confirmed.
and you're fighting, I'm giving you a gun. Me and you're fighting and I'm giving you a gun. You're just gonna better the
Doesn't make
Champions League.
sense.
They're just gonna make the Champions League better. So you're telling
I don't even think it makes the Champions League any better, bro.
yeah, but I'm saying
Like those teams are gonna get whitewashed every time they step on the field.
if anyone's gonna benefit, it's Champions League,
And
basically.
So you're saying Saudi's best shot is just doing well in like Al Hilal or Al Nassr, winning the Asia Cup and playing in the Club World
Club
Cup.
World Cup, and
Yeah.
then
If not,
go beat a Bayern, go beat a Man City, go beat a Real Madrid,
if
and
not,
then I promise you, more and more eyes will go to your. That's just how it works.
another solution is keep getting more players, not retired
Yeah,
players, like young, like
yeah.
prime in their prime, get them. That's another solution, and then
I think
everyone's
they're
gonna
doing a good job on relevancy because we're talking about them still. So they're doing good on relevancy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The only reason, I don't think so. I don't think so,
you don't
bro.
think they're doing good?
When is the last time you heard when you heard of this? This is like I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy, but I ain't heard Conte's name brought up once.
Since he left, yeah.
I ain't heard
Conte's always
Benzema's
been a
name
quiet
brought
guy.
up
Like, I feel like
once.
he's always been a
No,
quiet
no,
guy.
no, no, no.
Like,
I know he has, but I'm just saying in the sense of like, look at this highlight or look at this cool thing. You get
Even
what I mean?
Fabinho,
If it's, yeah, I ain't seeing a
that's what he
Sadio Mane clip. I ain't seen a Bobby Firmino clip.
even Fabinho, I
I
forgot.
ain't see, I look,
yeah, when you talk about Fabinho now, I completely forgot
bro,
about
the
it.
endless amount of players that have gone there.
Even Saint
There,
Maximin, nothing.
dude, dude. I'm just trying to be honest with you, bro. Like,
Hey, they're just starting.
let me not say what I want to say, bro. Let me not say. Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? It's on the button. But
I plan on I plan on going to Saudi.
no, and no, and they've been doing a W job. Did you hear? I talked to some guy from Saudi and I saw the news. They lifted the drinking ban. So this
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
but you know it's crazy. It's only for diplomats like us. Like a regular Saudi resident cannot drink.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But
Gotta
no,
have the passport with you the whole time, but just
but like in an honest perspective, I feel like put like this, like other leagues that have tried the Saudi model have failed. Like I'll say like China. China's definitely failed. That's what I compare them to, right? That compared to China, they're definitely on the winning end. For the MLS, I would say they're on the winning end just because
China was always bound to fail. The way that the clubs were getting taxed by the government, that club it was always bound to fail. It
and
was
it's
never
too
going to
far
work.
away. It's too far away. It's too far
No, no,
away.
no. It's not. It's not that it was too far away because again, it doesn't matter. It does. They're not in the Champions League, so it doesn't matter. You get what I mean? It's just for one, a lot of their broadcasting is going to be super hard to catch. You get what I mean? So like
And
that doesn't help.
Time difference is crazy. Yeah.
Time differences as well. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it that
and the
made that
government
league
wasn't
damn near
supporting it.
impossible.
It was like private people trying to like empower it, not the government.
Exactly. And like no, the government was taxing the shit out of the clubs.
Yeah.
Anything that you paid, you had to double that because that's what you were paying to the government.
The
Like
Saudis,
they were taxing the hell out of them.
the government is the one trying to bring it up, so
And it's supporting it exactly. So it's a totally different ball game. It's a totally different conversation.
Saudi's growing a lot.
Sustainable. It
Yeah.
is sustainable, but you have to be so adamant Like you have to be so persistent with it that eventually the rest of the teams will grow as well. You can't just have 3, 4 teams that are
And
good. You get
Daggy,
what I'm saying?
I didn't
They
even
have to
mention
be
this. They're
competitive.
hosting the World Cup in like in 10 years.
Yeah, I know. But I mean that
They're
has nothing to do with it. Qatar doesn't really have any sort of scene with like their own with their own league. So that really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just a matter of like them just gaining relevancy as a league. That's it. It's just them gaining relevancy and gaining like notoriety, really.
mm, mm. You're saying something, Manny, or no? Manny, you there? No, no, you're mute. You're mute. You're mute. You're mute. You're mute. I can't hear you. I can't.
You're still muted, my guy. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
That brother's on the phone or something.
Manny. I gotta text it. I gotta text it. You're mute. I can't.
You're muted, brother.
Yeah, I was on the phone.
Oh,
Aha.
yeah. I thought Manny was talking to us. I was like, nah, but yeah, honestly, like you said, Dag, it's a lot of like not confusion, but like a lot of direction Saudi could go. I just don't think for Saudi going to the Club World Cup because I'm not watching. Like I watched the Club World Cup when Chelsea was in it. I don't watch it like I don't. Do you watch the Club World Cup? Like
No,
that's what I'm saying.
no,
Like we
no.
nobody
I'm gonna
watches.
watch it next time though, because guess what? Chelsea are in it. But you get
Yeah,
and they're growing it. You get what? So it's like, bro, like
I
I
watched
don't
the
mean to I don't mean to sound like a hater, but like
watched the final.
I don't watch the Saudi league, right? So I'm it's not like I'm just speaking out of my ass, right?
no, for sure, for sure. We
I'm more likely to watch the Club World Cup than I am the Saudi league,
for sure. I don't even know where to
and
attach the
that is
Saudi league.
going to be.
Honest,
But I'm saying that's going to
I,
be
I, I
majority.
watched I watched some games on Saudi League.
Of
you
course you
catch it
do.
on
Of
TV.
course you do.
Parlays are there.
This guy, he's doing it for money. He's not doing it for the love of the game. This guy is such a bad fan.
But you get what I mean. Like more fans will be more not obligated, but they would want to watch the Club World Cup more than they would
So the
want to
way I
watch the
look at it
Saudi
is
league.
like Europe has a monopoly over football. Like I don't feel like it'll ever change. Like it's never gonna change then. Like
It very much so can change.
in
It
what
very
way?
much so can change.
You can see another continent dominating football in the way that Europe does in a sense of
This
like
is
club.
it's the this is the beauty of football, bro. Like it's the beauty of football that I don't think any other country has fully understood yet, and I don't think us Americans, like the American um, business investors, the Americans, like what should we call it? You know, the American corporations that buy these clubs.
Right.
They're now starting to understand that they're with the City Group, right? With what Chelsea's trying to do, buying multiple clubs, they're really starting to understand that in order for us to fully tap into the other markets, we have to make those markets. You get what I mean? Like we have to build up those markets. So the same way that they went to Girona to just send loan players,
Mm-hmm.
but look at Girona now.
They even own New
You
York Red Bulls, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
you get what or no, not New York Red Bull, but New York City.
Is that New York Red
So
Bulls?
no, New York Red Bull different. New York that's a
Okay.
different team.
NYCA, David Villa's team, right? David Villa's team.
Yeah, that's New York City.
David
So
still plays football.
He played. He used to play. He used to play. He used to
he,
play.
he
Oh,
used to
you
play for New York City. So basically, like with the way that the once investors start investing into the other countries as well, the other countries will start to grow as well. It's not that they're not just gonna leave bro. There's cash to be made. Like football is the world's game for a reason, right? It's because there are eyes on every side of the planet, and these investors will want to tap into every single like every single aspect of the market that they
Are
can
you
touch.
saying? Are you
They'll
saying
want to.
you could see this being brought to the U.S. in a sense of like football's dominance, like in the club sense, could be brought to the U.S.
it won't be as high because football's not they don't really care about football here.
The exact like it's
They have
you
like
know
American football first, basketball.
I
So
wish someone would just like I wish we would just get bitched.
it's
You get
not
what I
fair.
mean? Because that's what the US always needs. They just need to get shat on and absolutely just like just
Because they always do
pulverized.
like they always have like a
You,
mid. They have a mid performance in
but you
the
get what I
big
mean.
two.
Like once people start laughing at the US, they're like, no way y'all are laughing at us. And and they start investing and they're like, no, we're the best. And so they start really putting their foot forward. And again, we had this conversation last time, bro. Our team is young as hell. So calling our team mid for how young our team was is kind of a stretch. And the funding we're talking about that needs to happen in Saudi and that needs to happen in the rest of the world has already happened in America. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Remember, the same way people talk about France getting all these Africans and stuff like that, that's going to be America because they can do the same thing with
Yeah.
a lot of people, with a lot of players.
They have a bigger
They can
population.
do the same thing. So, mind you, the conversations we have, oh, that team's not even French. Oh, that's team. It's gonna be that team's not even American. Like just wait down the line. That's how it's gonna go. And I people are always gonna talk shit on us for believing in what we know is true. But I mean, look at the Olympics. Look at any sort of sporting event. America's always gonna be on top. Like it has always. And I don't even mean to say this in like a non-humble. What's the opposite of being humble?
Cocky. Cocky.
Cocky, but like I don't mean to say I don't mean to say this in like a cocky way, but I mean like the statistics are like fact. Like unfortunately, statistics are fact. And who has the most? Who has majority of the wins when we go to sporting events? It's America, and that'll probably happen if we took it seriously,
The
but we
majority
don't.
of our club investors are Americans,
In the Prem or in the world?
like football.
Just in the world. But I'm saying like the more and more, not even just American companies, but the more and more like different companies start investing into other parts of the world, they'll start to bring it up, dude. And no one needs to invest into Saudi. They can just invest themselves.
Yeah,
They
they
just
have
got to
their
keep
own.
on doing it. They just have to keep on doing it.
I think that's the fight right now, the Saudi and the US. That's the fight that's going on with like who's gonna be number two in the club in the football club space. So I guess like, luckily the US got what's his name? Messi. They got Messi because if they didn't get Messi, I think that MLS league was gonna be screwed.
And they'll have Messi after he's done too.
Exactly, as management.
They'll
That's
have
what they did
Messi
with Beckham
after.
and stuff.
Yeah, they'll have many Messi after he's done too. So it's like the face that you want to be the face of your I don't want to say country, but the face of your like organization, like being the MLS. Like there's no better person to have. No better person to have.
100%, 100%, 100%. Well, boys, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in for this week's pod. Like, share, subscribe, all that. More content will be coming soon. If you guys want anything more, let us know. We'll be adding more stuff to content. Next week we'll be back in the studio in the base. Daggy might be online, but stay tuned for more content. Boys, we out.
Peace.